Hey class, so today we're going to learn about our geometric sequence, so we're going to try a couple practice questions to see how we do this. So first we want to find the first couple terms. So let's look at number 1. It starts with 1, then it goes 2, then it goes 4, then 8. What pattern do you guys notice? For me it looks like, aren't we multiplying by 2? So wouldn't the next term after 8 be 16, and then after that be 32? Yeah. Let's look at the second one. It goes 2, then 8, then 32. So that means we're going up by 4 each time, or multiplying by 4 each time. So then wouldn't our pattern be 2, 8, 32? We multiply that by 4, then we get 128. And then when we multiply that by 4, then we get, what do we get? 512? Yeah, 512. So that'll be our last one. Now number 3, let's look at this. Let's see if we can figure out a rule for this. We start at 1, we go to 3, then we go to 9. Let's say we didn't know exactly how to get to the next term. Like we couldn't figure out what to multiply by. A good trick is, couldn't we take this 9, or like the next term, and divide it by the term before it? Or even this one, 3 divided by 1. Because what's 3 divided by 1? Isn't that 3? What's 9 divided by 3? Isn't that 3? So doesn't that mean we're multiplying by 3 each time? So then wouldn't this be 27 and 81? Doesn't that make sense? Good. Let's try a couple challenge ones, kind of like we did the first day. So now, we have, like number 1. We don't know the second term. We go straight from 5 to blank to 20 to blank blank 160. So for geometric, we call it R, so we know which one we're multiplying by. Remember, for arithmetic, wasn't it D? We add D or subtract D. But for geometric, we call it R. So aren't we multiplying by R to get to here? And then aren't we multiplying by another R, because aren't we multiplying by the same thing? So let's see. Wouldn't this term be 5R? Because you're multiplying 5 times R. And then if I multiply 5R, which is this term, by another R, what do I get? Well, I get this 20, but what do I get in terms of R? Don't I get 5R times R? Isn't that 5R squared? Yeah. So we get 5R squared equals 20. So if we write that down on our side and we solve it, don't we get R squared equals 4? Then we divide both sides by 5. And then don't we take the square root? And don't we get positive 2? Just we technically get plus or minus 2. So we got to check both of them to see. So let's see if we do plus 2 first. So we have 5 times it by 2, 10. Times it by 2, 20. Times it by 2, 40. Times 2, 80. Times 2, 160. Good. Let's see if negative 2 works. 5 times negative 2, negative 10. Times negative 2, positive 20. Times negative 2, negative 40. Times negative 2, positive 80. Times negative 2, negative 160. Ooh, that negative 2 does not work. So it's only R is positive 2. Let's try number 2. What do you think our R is? We go 1, 3, blank, 27, blank. Well, if they gave us the first 2 terms, so it doesn't mean our R must be 3. So then won't this be 9, 27, 81? That's a pretty easy one. Do number 3 just like we did number 1. So is the equation you got 3R squared equals 12? And if we divide both sides by 3, don't we get R squared equals 4? And when you take the square root, don't forget your plus or minus, don't we get R equals plus or minus 2? So let's check both. Let's do positive 2 first. 3 times 2 is 6. Times 2 is 12. Times 2 is 24. Times 2 is 48. Let's try negative 2. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Times negative 2 is 12. Times negative 2 is negative 24. Times negative 2 is 48. Oh, so both negative 2 and positive 2 work. So aren't there two answers to this one? Good. So you see, there can be two possible answers. Negative could work for r, so don't forget when you take the square root of something, don't we have to get plus or minus? So the vocab, which is very similar to arithmetic sequence, because these are geometric sequence, the only difference is r. R is the number you multiply and divide by. Instead, for arithmetic sequence, you do d. Now our geometric sequence formula is a sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1 power. You will be using this a lot on your homework tonight, so make sure you write this down. Your homework for tonight is page 158, 5, 8, 9, 10 through 15, 17 through 19, 23, and 29. Good luck.